Why is thyroid medication not the complete or whole answer to Hashimoto's? Hi, my name is Phil. I'm with Silver Fern brand. I'm going to answer that for you today. My wife has Hashimoto's. I'm very familiar with Hashimoto's because my wife has it. Years ago, she was going into the doctor several times a year. Her levels were all over the place. Her symptoms would start to flare. She'd go into the doctor. She'd get her levels tested, and her hormones were always off, so the doctor would adjust her medication levels, and then off she would go. The problem was she was still having brain fog, hair loss, muscle spasms, weight gain, all kinds of Hashimoto's symptoms continued, okay? So here's the fact. Hashimoto's is an autoimmune issue, not a hormone problem. When you're taking thyroid medication, you are replacing thyroid hormones that your body's no longer producing. That's all you're getting when you're taking your thyroid medication. It is not addressing the root cause of what's going on. An autoimmune issue, or let's in this case talk about Hashimoto's, but an autoimmune issue, including Hashimoto's, means your immune system is hyperreactive. It's not overactive. A lot of people and all the medical groups say it's overactive. Overactive suggests that your immune system is too strong. It's too powerful. It needs to be suppressed. Your immune system isn't too strong. It doesn't need to be suppressed. It is reacting to everything. It's untrained. It's undisciplined. It's lashing out. You don't want to suppress it. You want to train it, okay? So what causes autoimmune issues like Hashimoto's? Beyond genetics. I know a lot of people are going to just chalk it into genetics, and they're like, well, I have a genetic problem. I guess my life is shitty. I'll just avoid gluten for the rest of my life. Oh, there we go. That's not the answer, folks. I'm sorry. So what causes autoimmune issues when you climb beyond the basic bullshit that you're told online? Here's the answer. Dysbiosis, leaky gut, inflammation, regulatory T cell dysfunction, dendritic cell dysfunction, and macrophage dysfunction. What does this mean? It means you need to clean up your gut, you need to seal the gut, you need to reduce inflammation, and you need to retrain your immune system. Your regulatory T cells, T-regs, need to be trained. The macrophages and dendritic cells need to be functioning and activating appropriately. So, if you're not addressing those things, you will continue to have flare-ups. Doesn't matter what you do with your medications, they're going to be all over the place. If you do not address those things, you're going to constantly have Hashimoto's problems. And I'm saying this, and I mean this because I've seen it with my wife. If you address those things, yes, you will still need to take your thyroid medication, but your levels will go flat, meaning you won't be bouncing all over the damn place all the time. And my wife's situation and her situation, specifically her situation, the doctors have reduced her thyroid medications the medication levels 3 times because her thyroid, for some reason, started to work again. Now, is that normal? I don't know. Am I going to say that is going to happen to everybody? I don't know. It depends on how long you've had Hashimoto's and thyroid problems and stuff like that. But can this approach help with the autoimmune side of the problems beyond just hormone replacement? Yes. Can you help your system to not flare up all the time and be able to eat gluten? For hell's sakes, avoiding gluten. If you want to avoid gluten because you don't want to eat gluten, because it's your nemesis, or you're worried about glyphosate and tight junction, what it does to the tight junctions because you read something that it caused leaky gut. If you really want to avoid gluten, knock yourself out. Have a great time with it. But my hell, that you do not have to do that. I don't give a shit what anybody says online anywhere. Don't give 2 shits about it. My wife eats gluten. She's fine with gluten. It doesn't set off her system because her immune system is trained. She functions normal. She lives a normal life. Yes, she takes her thyroid medication, but all the other shit's gone. If you want that type of help, you need to address the underlying root causes. Once again, my name is Phil. We're a gut health company. If you're going to address the Hashimoto's correctly, you can't just medicate it. I'm sorry, that's not the answer. You're welcome. Bye.